I have the pleasure of being joined by my friend Kevin Diemar, also the founder and CEO of Unity Jets. Kevin, I'm really excited to be working with you. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Shari.
Great. So please tell us about Unity Jets.
Well, Unity Jets, we've been in business a little over 3 years. You know my background, but I worked at NetJets and Marquis for almost 7 years. Got a lot of aviation experience, really the service business, learned the business inside and out, and I saw an opportunity where I could provide great service to clients at a substantial discount with no commitment. So, I kind of went on a limb. I left the large company, which is always scary, formed Unity Jets with a partner of mine, and we've been very successful, offering a lot of value to our clients, and the business has grown tremendously over the last 2 years.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the services you provide and your fleet?
Sure. We actually don't own our fleet. That's where we're different than per se like a NetJets or a FlexJet. We operate as a broker, and that's kind of the dirty word in the business, but what we've tried to do is bring a lot of class and expertise to that business. So the way we operate is simply folks call or email us with their itinerary. We come back to them with options. Sometimes it might be a turboprop to Nassau. Sometimes it could be a G4 to California, trips to Europe, Russia, wherever you need to go, we'll get you there. So we really don't think there's one right solution for every trip. So that's kind of the NetJets model, where they'll sell you into an aircraft. And I said, hey, different trips require different machines, or planes for that matter. And that's really our business model. So folks do call us, we come back to them with a solution. They pay only for that trip. There's no bills after the fact. It's one simple all-inclusive price. And they fly, and hopefully they call again.
Right. And how can a client save using Unity Jets as opposed to a conventional private jet company?
Right. Well, that's a good question, and that's kind of the question that helped start my business. I was always selling these Marquis cards, or the jet cards, which have become very popular. They require, a 25-hour commitment, and when you break it down, a lot of folks, they see the one number and they're comfortable with it. But when you do the math and you say, what's 150,000 divided by 25 hours, and you start looking, you're like, hey, I'm paying $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 an hour, depending on the jet size. You're paying a lot of money. And what I noticed is with these fractionals on the peak days, the busiest days of the year, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, New Year's, they were outsourcing to other jets in the fleet. So I said, this is great. I got great feedback from my clients when I was at NetJets and Marquis saying, hey, that jet was great you put me on. They weren't upset. So I said, let me find out about what it costs. Because I'm like, maybe it costs more, maybe it doesn't. And what I learned is, depending on the trip, sometimes there's one-ways between, say, South Florida and New York, very common route, where you can buy those planes at a tremendous discount to the fractionals and the jet cards. And then there's round trips where you could save even more. So for instance, just a trip, a common trip, let's say Miami to Vegas, a Thursday to Sunday. We've saved clients $70,000 on a heavy jet versus jet card program. So we're not talking 5–10% savings. We're talking real dollars, and no matter what your net worth is, these numbers matter.
True. Well, other than safety, how difficult has it been, and how do you set yourself apart in this very competitive industry?
Truly, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, we set ourselves apart by our experience. 3 of my partners all worked at NetJets and Marquis. There's no one in the brokerage business that has that experience. So I tell folks all the time, and it's just like a 16-year-old, on a sunny day, if he got his license, he could probably drive a car very good. But on a rainy day and hail, you'd probably want to be in the car with someone who has more experience. And that's where our experience and our expertise comes into play. Myself, 3 of the folks that work with me all have this years of experience when there are issues. No one claims that aviation is perfect. These are machines, there are mechanicals, there are weather, and you want to be working with someone who knows how to handle these situations. And that's really where I think we differentiate ourselves.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for taking this interview, Kevin, and thank you for being a sponsor this evening. I look forward to a great event with you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.